My dear children, good morning everyone. We have learned the story of a magic garden. Children, where was this magic garden? Okay, it was in a school playground. This magic garden was in a school playground. Do we have a playground in our school? Okay, do you remember our playground? Okay, then in this magic garden there were some gardeners. There were some gardeners in this magic garden. Children, who they were? Okay, they were the little children of that school. Then you have also learned that this magic garden was so pretty. What is the meaning of pretty? Pretty. Pretty means beautiful. This magic garden was very beautiful because there were many flowers like marigold, roses, pansies, poppies, etc. Then these gardeners were coming to this garden and they were watering the thirsty roots of these plants. So all the plants like these little gardeners very much. Same way there were some little birds also. There were some little birds in the garden. These little birds also like these gardeners very much because these little children, that is, these little gardeners were giving bread or giving food to these birds. Bread. Here, bread means food. These gardeners were giving food to these little birds, so they also like our gardeners very much. Children, can you say what is the duty of a gardener? Okay, a gardener plant the seeds or plants or saplings, and they want to take care of this plant properly. They want to water it. They want to give manure for this plant. That is the duty of a gardener, taking care of a garden. That is the duty of a gardener. Here in this magic garden there were many gardeners. These gardeners were the little children of that school. Then you have also learned that this garden was a magic garden because there were fairies also. There were fairies also in that garden. Fairies. Fairies. You can see fairies in this garden. The picture of fairies are there in page number 6 of your textbook. Fairies are imaginary beings, imaginary human beings. We think that, or we believe that they have magical powers, that is fairies. Then these fairies were singing song and they were dancing also, but these gardeners only could hear that song of these fairies. Then that is the end of that story. Then you have written the answers of that questions. Then next activity part of this story is team time. Here we have to make scrapbook, flower scrapbook. For that you want to collect, first you want to collect some flowers, some real flowers. After that you can keep each flower in between in between the pages of an old book, and let it be there for some days and let it dry. After some days it will get dry and you can remove it very carefully and you can stick it in your flower scrapbook. Don't forget to give the name of each flower. Okay children. Then next activity is word building. Word building. Then when you told that you all have a garden in your house, then when you go outside and when you watch your garden, you can see many things there that you want to write in the petals of that flower. Children, insects. What insects you can see? What are the insects which you can see in the garden? You can write two names there, insects. I think you can see butterfly there. Butterfly is an insect. Insect is an animal with 6 legs. Butterfly is an insect. Ant is an insect. Grasshopper is an insect. All these are insects. So when you visit your garden, you can see insects like grasshopper, butterfly, then moth or mosquito, anything. Then trees. You can see many trees there. You can name 2 of them. Mango tree, coconut tree or kanikonna tree, anything. Okay. Then flowers. You can see many. There will be many flowers in your garden. You can name 2 of them. Rose flower or poppy, pansy, anything. Okay. Then tools. You can see many tools. In a garden we use many tools like watering can. You have seen the picture of watering can in this story. Watering can, we use it for watering the plants. Then there will be shears. Shears is a tool like scissors. We use it for trimming the bushes and all. Okay, shears. Then there will be fork like a tool like fork, that is we call it gardening fork. We call it gardening fork. That will be the any 2 tools you can write there. Then birds. You can see many birds there. Sparrow will be there, woodpecker will be there, maybe the crow or pigeon or then parrot. Any 2 birds you can see. You can write there. Anyway, you have to fill up all these petals of this flower. Okay children. The next activity is let us write. You told that you all have a beautiful garden. Anyway, that maybe that won't be so big. Anyway, you imagine you have a big garden, a very big garden, and then what you want to do? You want to draw a pretty picture of your garden. Pretty means beautiful. You have to draw a beautiful picture of your garden in the given space. Okay children, draw the picture very neatly. Okay, then color it properly. Then we have one more activity. What would you like to grow in your garden? Write 3 sentences giving the names of the flowers that you might like to grow in your garden. You all have a garden. You like to grow some flowers, plants and flowers in that garden that you want to write as a sentence. Shall we read that? Okay. In my garden, I would like to grow dash. In my garden, I would like to grow. You can write any name. I would like to grow rose, or I would like to grow sunflower, or I would like to grow peachy, or I would like to grow jasmine. Okay, children. Anyway, you have to complete that sentences using the name of a plant. Okay. In my garden, I would like to grow jasmine, or in my garden, I would like to grow water lily, or in my garden, if there is a pond. If there is a pond in your garden, you can grow water lily there. Or in my garden, I would like to grow rose. Anyway, you complete that sentence using the name of a flower. Okay, children. Do all these activities and send your work to empty classroom. Don't forget to make the flower scrapbook. You can make a beautiful flower scrapbook and keep with you. When you come to school again, you can bring it. Thank you, children.